here at Suncorp for a Sunday, and we're into the main course here. Here's Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. One of three Titans lining up for Mal Meninga's team tonight. Ben Hunt's doing the dummy half work. And the ball goes to Flegler, one of a number of Origin representatives also in the team. Some good, strong defence early on here for PNG. Now, Nat Butcher, he would be thinking that a kangaroo tour is within reach. He was magnificent for the Roosters all year, played every game for them. Ball goes to Josh King now, the only Storm player involved in the game tonight, and then Ben Hunt. A sign of respect here with a fourth tackle kick and a precision one as well. And Leon Undupia has gone back to get the ball right near his goal line. Lomax down there to help with the kick chase. And Jojo Fafita, the young Titan. There's a nice run. That's Gebby, who we highlighted pre-game.
Perfect set from the Kangaroos there. That just rolled it up the middle, and a great kick out of dummy half for Ben Hunt. And that's one of the advantages of Ben Hunt, is his kicking game. Now they'll be looking to get off the line defensively and apply some pressure with their line speed. Play to
Waitorvo Puara and Laberts. That kick's bounced off an Aussie. And it goes to Selwyn Cobbo. So there's a bit of early pressure on the PNG defence here. And the young teenage tearaway. Is he still a teenager, Darren? Might have just turned 20, actually. Here's Crichton. There's George. He's a bit of rough stuff there in the tackle on Crichton. Terry Evans now goes to Fa'asuamaleaui. Powerful run. Puara drags him to ground. He's got some help there from Sylvester Namo in jumper number 10. Out to Terry Evans and the ball to Butcher. He's over. Now Butcher gets the first try. He scored 4 tries for the Roosters against the Tigers towards the end of the regular season, and he's on the board here.
Yeah, perfect start for Nat Butcher. He had a good run earlier, and then he comes here with the try, as we see on the Harvey Norman replay, just attacking that outside shoulder. The centre got up in front of his inside man, and that opened the space. And we see this in the Premiership a lot, where the back rower attacks the outside shoulder of the smaller player. That's exactly how they did it there, and executed it to perfection. So, yeah, that's a really good start. As you see there, he reaches out. He was under an injury cloud after the Roosters bowed out, and I think Mel had a yarn to him, and Nat was adamant he wanted to play in this game. So it just shows you how much it means to him to want to be representing his country tonight.
Yeah, both the Roosters back rowers in the starting team, and they were exceptional right throughout the season. He's an instrumental part of the Roosters, Nat Butcher. He's played a number of different roles, been a real Mr. Fix-It. So Zach Lomax at his second PM13 game. 10 in from touch. Lovely ball striker. And he's converted to make it 6-0. Australia in favour of Papua New Guinea. Let's go to the sideline. Emma Lawrence has the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese.
Thank you, Matt. Well, Anthony, I'll get this question over and done with quickly. I know you're a Bunny supporter. Have you recovered from last night, or are you still hurting?
Oh, might take a while, but the first 35 minutes were terrific last night. But congrats to Penrith. Should be a great grand final next week.
Very special night here tonight. What was it like being able to pick your own football side?
Oh, it was awesome. I had a bit of a hand. We had a phone hook up with Mal Meninga, Darren Lockyer and Laurie Daly. But the first 8, we were completely in sync. They gave me a short list to pick from the clubs that weren't playing anymore. But it was a good bit of fun.
Now, I know you're a Jets fan. How does Suncorp Stadium compare to Henson Park?
Oh, yeah, it needs a hill like Henson Park and KB on the hill. No, it's a great stadium to watch footy in. And I came to round 1 here, and the Broncos towed up South there. So it's a bad game to be in if you're a South supporter and you're getting towed up.
Now, I hear you wouldn't mind trying your hand at some commentary, so we have saved you a spot next to Matt and Darren Lockyer. Would you like to head up in the second half?
We can do that. Second half.
All right, we'll go and enjoy the first half, and we might see you up there later on. Thank you.
Great.
All right, Matt, back to you.
Okay, thanks. We might see if we can do it in a Rab's voice. What do you reckon, Lockie?
It could be interesting, Tomo. He loves his rugby league. And just going back to that, talking through that process of picking this team, I think we were just lucky that the Bunnies were still in the finals, because
yes, that's right.
if they were out, I think he might have wanted to pick 1 to 13 from South Sydney.
So I think it was the Prime Minister's 11 cricket team. Did Bob Hawke start that up? Might even have predated him, but I know that he was red hot on picking the 11 players he wanted back in the day. Not sure Paul Keating cared too much for it, but Bob Hawke liked it. John Howard loved it. Raised a few eyebrows when he came on the bowlers off breaks. There's Big Mao. Well, he's got the serious face on. There's a really strong run up the middle and a high tackle penalty. That was Sylvester Namo, one of the 7 that played for the Kumals in the win against Fiji in rep round.
Yeah, it was a good run, but Tom Flegler, he does this too often. I think he's got to change his technique in some way, because he's a talented player, but he just can't seem to get continuity in his game, because not so much injuries, but sometimes it's just through suspension. He just doesn't get week in, week out football. So he's given the Kumals an opportunity here.
Now here's a strong run, Mackenzie Yates. 5 out. Gee, they'll raise the roof if PNG can score here. Labour dumps a pass away to Russell, plays his football for the Brisbane Tigers in the Queensland Cup. All but 2 of this PNG lineup play in the Queensland Cup. And the Aussies go on defence, just being examined here. Papua at the 9, away to Labert. He's going to kick and run after it. Oh, he's put too much on it. And Dane Laurie can watch it roll over the back. That was only 4th tackle too. Lomax is scurrying to get things back underway. The Prime Minister's 11 started in the 50s under Robert Menzies. So it's gone back a little bit before Bob Hawke.
And Cobbo's 20.
Right.
Middo just pointed out, so not a teenager anymore.
No. 20. Goodness. What a future. Here's Faisal Malaawi. He's been outstanding in a Titans team that was very disappointing this year. Now, Addo Carr's trying to run off Daly Terry Evans there. And the halfback and skipper's tackle, 25 out. Ben Hunt dashes from dummy half. Passes away to Flegler, got it back to Tino. Hunt having a look. Fires one over the top. There was an intercept chance, but Cobbo beats one. He can't beat the second. Try-saving effort. Wonderful tackle by Roderick Ty. And now Burton with his kick through, and it's too deep as well. Bit of end-to-end stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we got interference.
Yeah, I think Ben Hunt might have been taken out here. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of what happened.
Ben Hunt coming through to try and score, mate.
Oh, gee, I hope we don't put one of them in the bin.
Ben Hunt's cleared, is onside, playing on at this point.
He wouldn't have got there.
Ben Hunt just runs into the back of the PNG player, playing on.
Yep, there's some common sense in that one.
And the ball goes dead. We have a decision.
But just watching the Australians, Josh Addo-Carr, that whole set was not on his wing. He was obviously given a licence to roam, a bit like Nathan Blacklock used to do for the Dragons. The whole set, he was not out on his wing.
It's that left-hand combination for the Bulldogs, isn't it? Burton and Addo-Carr was very potent right throughout the year.
I asked Mel yesterday, did anyone surprise you in the week? And he just said straight away, Matt Burton. Right.
101 steal.
He just said really impressed. Just seems so relaxed, so calm, but just a real professional.
Flegler now. Namo in there, and Nixon puts another PNG Hunters veteran who's with the North Devils more recently. Here's Cobbo out in the end of the back line. Oh, he lost the ball. Let's play on. Oh, it was ripped out by a PNG player, so the tackle counts re-triggered here. And Josh Addo-Carr plays it to Dane Laurie. Ball to Burton. And now Hunt working out there wider. Away to Cherry Evans. Butcher hits and rolls, but he's tackled really well. Due to Rimbu, part of that tackle. That was dangerous. They tipped him up at the end.
He's lifted the leg, mate.
Brandon Nimmer, number 3, the centre, left centre. He was part of that tackle too. There's Rimbu, the 6. He was the one who caused the damage by lifting the leg.
Yeah, whenever you lift one leg, it always seems to end up like that. It's just something you must avoid when you're in the tackle, just grabbing one leg and lifting.
Let's see if the PNG side can defend their line here. Nice ball movement out the back. Oh, it's a 3-on-1. And the ball's deflected off of hand and Addo Carr. With a bit of a celebration.
Yeah, they've threatened out there a few times already. This time they got the ball. It was disrupted in the air by the Kummel's winger, but the ball does bounce. We see this on the Harvey Norman replay. Nice ball out the back. Play short there to Crichton, and then Dane Laurie. He knows that's where the space is. Josh Addo Carr, he's unmarked. He just had to get the ball out there. He did get it out there. It wasn't clean, but he got it out there. And it's their second try. They showed a bit of resilience there, the Kummels on their try line, but in the end, they just had too much ball, the Kangaroos.
Yes, a wonderful year for Josh Addo Carr. The tries weren't flowing early in the season for his new club, but he ended up scoring 16 in 23 games for Canterbury.
He loves scoring a try, that's for sure. Once you got that combination with him and Burton, with Burton's left boot, once that started humming, the tries just kept flowing for Josh Addo Carr, and I reckon we'll see a few trick shots tonight again from Matt Burton.
As a Queensland selector, were you surprised you didn't see him line up in a Blues jumper this year, the Fox?
Yeah, after game 1, when we won, I was really surprised he wasn't recalled, but that's obviously the selectors and Freddie's choice, and he brings some energy to the teams. You'll see Zach Lomax, who he got his first one, only just, but this is his favourite side.
Oh, look at that for a kick. Gorgeous. Well, we said Lomax was a sweet striker with the ball. He's kicked two beauties here. Kyle Labert resumes. And Burton rushes out to take the kick-off. Alana, what a glorious night here in Brisbane.
It is. There's been plenty of action early on in this game, and I think they've got the conditions to credit for that. Suncorp's been beautiful to be out all day, but similar tonight, we've got 19 degrees. There's no wind about, which is perfect for footy. A little bit of humidity, so it is a little bit slippery out there, but plenty of ball movement from both of these sides early on. And I tell you what, the crowd is here, and they're up for this one.
Yeah, they filled up as the afternoon's progressed. A really good crowd now. Butcher tackled strongly. Rimbu, the 5'8" with the legs tackle. Laurie joining in. Oh, lovely play. Nice tap on there. That's Jojo Fafita down the right wing. But he's cut down there by Brandon Nimmer. Cherry Evans is... Tino wants to have a jump on this one. Up he goes. Tino with a brilliant catch. And trying to muscle his way over. He got it out the back. It's a try to Angus Crichton.
Some really good skill there. Zach Lomax down that right edge to get the ball away to Fafita, and then they get the play 5-10 metres out from the try line, and we put the kick in, and you see it there on the Harvey Norman replay. Normally that's a centre, someone like Selwyn Cobbo in there jumping for that ball, but big Tino, and he could see the try line. He wanted to get there himself, but he couldn't offload it to Angus Crichton, and there was pretty much no one in front of him because everyone was on Tino. That's a huge effort from Tino to get up there and show his athleticism. Alana?
Yeah, that was special, wasn't it? You could see how hungry he was, but I also think it reflects just how much this game means to these Aussie blokes. That smile on Angus Crichton's face. They're getting around one another. A great kick from Cherry Evans. The placement was exceptional, but what an effort from Tino.
Oh, he's just a remarkable athlete. Strong and a robust runner, great defender, but gee, let's see how high he gets off the ground there. He's jumped like a 3/4.
He had a great back end of the year for the Titans, and that was it just shows you the skill of the athlete there. Zach Lomax, well, this is his easiest one for the night, and unless Matt, you can put that straight through.
Not even I could mock him there, Darren. PNG haven't done all that much wrong here, I've got to say. They've looked pretty organised, but a bit of brilliance from the Australians, and no more than that occasion. Oh, they're not organised here, though. Addo Carr off a pass from Tino. Laurie on the backup. He gets tackled strongly. Undupia did a good job, but the danger isn't over yet. Cherry Evans with a kick. Lomax is racing after it. Zach Lomax. I think he scored. Oh, the floodgates might be about to open based on that.
Well, that's entertaining. A little trick shot off the kickoff there. Look at this Tino. He went down the short side. I reckon they might have picked it up from a previous. You see it on the Harvey Norman replay there, Tino. And then the Fox found some space, and he decided to pin the ears back, and then Dane Laurie, there was a good tackle there by the Cummels to stop Dane Laurie, but then Cherry Evans sums it up really well. Just knows the space, sees it out there. You can see he had two players in Lomax and Fafita, and Lomax, he had a little bit to do. He had to make sure he get the ball down before he got to the dead ball line, but yeah, that's entertaining at its best from the Kangaroos. Alana?
Wasn't it ever? I didn't realise how much I miss seeing the Fox in a little bit of open space. Look at those legs go. And he did it so well. And then that nice early kick from Cherry Evans, the vision, the execution. They're on fire, the Aussies.
Good job, Lomax. See that race towards the dead ball line. He has to prop here, regathers and plants it before he goes over the dead ball line. Neat work. Played every game for the Dragons this year, kicking at 78% for St George Illawarra in the club season. Oh, look out, PNG, based on that.
Yeah, they need to. The one thing that Australia's done really well from the kickoff is just roll down the field and get themselves into attacking kick. So they just need to fix up their kickoffs, make sure that they cover the centres and wingers on this kickoff, but they just got to get their line speed and their defence right down the other end of the field.
The way things are going, Darren, they might be expert at the kickoff by the time this night finishes.
All right, this is his challenging side, but he seems to be striking the ball well.
Oh, the PNG boys are trying to put him off here. Lomax against the sideline. Oh, doesn't matter. Straight over the black dot. Wow, 24-0. Well, this is entertainment. This is footy you can really soak up. We're seeing some wonderful skill early on. You know what? After the intensity of a finals footy Friday and Saturday night, this is the kind of game you can just wind down after an intense weekend with.
Well, they just haven't had any football now. They just need to get, as I said, get through this set defensively and try and limit the field position for the Kangaroos and just get the ball back. And as you see, Matt Burton doesn't get it cleanly. One thing I noticed when I went to training yesterday is the left boot of Matt Burton, how big it is, and that might be the little bit of glimmer of hope for the Kummels there, just getting the ball in a decent bit of field position and hopefully apply some pressure.
Well, there's a wonderful fullback there, and you probably should have offered to catch a couple of those spiral bombs that he puts up.
No, I watched half a dozen of them trying to catch it yesterday, and geez, he made half a dozen of them look silly. So if he gets one up tonight, I feel for him.
Oh! Big hit by Josh King. Francis Kembus just bounces up and goes again, though. And there's a kick through by Rimbu, the 5'8", who tried to play up the theatrics there after he got knocked after the kick. The referee wasn't buying into that. Good shot. Good tackle. Puara in combination with Emmanuel Wayani. Oh, now Cobbo gets lined up and whacked. Oh, there's a bit of drama here. Number 16, that's Kev John.
Yeah,
and he might be gone.
Yeah, by the way he stumbled there. You can see at the moment he's trying to get off the ground. He just got his. He obviously went to put a big hit on Selwyn Cobbo, and he's a big man. He brings the ball back with plenty of aggression, Selwyn Cobbo, and I think he's hit Cobbo's elbow with his head, I think, and that's obviously why he's staggering around like he is.
Well, we've got another of the PNG players coming off here with an arm injury. So Kev John is going through the HIA process, and who's this that's come to the bench? Can't quite get a glimpse of the number. Player of the year for the Capras too, so it's quite a loss. And the Capras, Darren, they had a great year, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they're definitely they're on the rise. They struggled there for a little while, but they've signed up with an NRL club. They're now affiliate to, aren't they? I think it might be the Dolphins. Yeah, so they're going to be a bit of a pathway for the Dolphins. So that's. Central Queensland's, even Ben Hunt, who's out here tonight, he's from that part of Queensland. There's a lot of good footballers up there.
I saw Cameron Munster play for the Capras as a 17-year-old fullback, and he was too good for everyone even back then. Let's see if PNG can strike a blow. Here's Nixon Put. 19 games for the Devils this year in the Queensland Cup. 5 metres out from the line. This is Wessa Tenza in jumper 14. And now, Wayani. Crichton up there to make the tackle. 3 metres out. They won't be easy to break down with a goal line defence here. The Aussies. Labert's going to roll it through. It might be a fraction deep. Oh, no. He's happy to play it over the back there, Josh Adokar. That was nice. Little controlled kick to the end goal and more tackles coming the way of PNG.
Yeah, well, they didn't panic. They just they got to a position where the idea was right. You could see that there was space in there behind Adokar, but a little bit flat-footed. The outside backs there are the Kummels, but the next best thing, they get a repeat set and they're allowed to apply a little bit more pressure to the Kangaroos.
He's practical, Joe, our security guard over there, Josh Adokar. Oh, the Aussies get it back from the short kickoff. Oh, we've got another issue here. Rimbu has copped a whack in that competition for the ball. The Hunters are really being knocked about early. Might have to stop the game here. It looks like he's in a bad way. Judah Rimbu as Fasur Mother Ali plows up the middle.
And it's the hooker that went off with the sore arm.
Oh, Puara.
Yeah, Puara. So you got the 6, the 9 down. It's all hands on deck at the moment for the Kummels.
Good run, Butcher. Good tackle, Kembus. Hunt, dummies left, plays right. Terry Evans now sends it short to Lomax. Good shot, he's put him over the touchline. Ah, Gebby with a great tackle. That That is PNG defence at its best.
Okay, play the ball in the middle.
Yep, they love the physicality of the game. They got no fear. And he saw when Zach Lomax got the ball there that he just got his shoulder in there, led with his shoulder, and drove him straight over the sideline.
It's like playing against 13 Justin Ollams, Lockie.
Yeah, he's like firing it out of a cannon, Justin Olam. I remember playing, I think, Papua New Guinea. It was in Parramatta, the old Parramatta Stadium. I think it was 2010 Four Nations, and I was we were coming out in the sweep plays, and the centre keep jamming out of the line. He got me 4 times, and I was like I didn't really know a lot of them. I didn't know his particular name. I went up to the Walker brothers after the game, who were coaching the team at the time. I said, who was that number 3? And they go, oh, mate, they call him the jukebox. I said, why is that? Because hits just keep on coming.
Oh, I love it.
So if you're out there jukebox and you're watching tonight, thanks for the memories.
Greetings. Here's Cobbo now. Oh, the fans are getting into this. The Hunters. Oh, they're really sparking up. Here's another one racing out of the line. Kembis missed his man.
Well, that's come off the back of the fullbacks tackle earlier.
No, Ben Hunt's seen enough. Get it out of here. 40-20 attempt. Oh, Hunt. He's nailed a 40-20. Oh, that's gonna deflate the poor old PNG team who've just buried 4 of the Australians under the Suncorp turf. What a kick.
Yeah, that's smart. He does that really well out of dummy half. It's what makes him so effective in that position, is his kicking game.
So here's Max King, one of the 3 Bulldogs. Mal Meninga's side tonight. Ben Hunt, away to Josh King. Can't get there. Stopped by Russell in the tackle. And Max King goes again. Waiting for King Charles to have a run next. Too short, right underneath the sticks. Hunt, away to Matt Burt with a dummy and run. Burt will be hard to hold here. They don't hold him. Good try. Geez, a good try scorer. He can find the line. Doesn't matter if he's in the centres or at 5'8", and he's ducked through the hole to score there.
Yeah, left foot. He's strong too. Like, he's a big man, so he can carry people over the line. He just uses his footwork there, and here it is. Harvey Norman replay. I think he's almost one of the leading 40-20s for the year, isn't he, Middo? Yeah, so he does it well out of dummy half as well. You see there, the centre for the Cools come out on Crichton, and that sort of, you know, instead of Burton passing the football and giving it to someone in a worse position, he takes it on himself, and you see there the left foot and then just the strength. Alana, how'd you see that one?
Yeah, the right option from Matt Burton. I tell you what, it's pretty cool being on the sideline here. The crowd was going off in the set before. Some massive hits from the PNG boys. And I think the biggest smiles were coming from Mal Meninga. He was enjoying it more than anyone, but his face certainly lit up when Ben Hunt kicked that 40-20, got the territory for the Aussies, and they found points, which they've done very, very well when they've been up that end of the field.
Ben Hunt has kicked 6 for the year, which is twice as many as anyone else. So it's a bit of his in his kit bag that can really turn the momentum of a game.
Lomax said he can kick this one on to Castle Main Street. He's timing it beautifully. Perfect Brisbane night, and the Australian team well in command here, as one would expect. Oh, they've kicked out on the full. But PNG trying to dish out a bit of defensive punishment. That's where I think most of the interest lies, particularly for those in the crowd. They were really bristling up as PNG was smashing a few of the Australians.
Yeah, we're all Australian here, but that was actually quite entertaining, that little passage of play. I hope we can get a bit more of that. They obviously got inspired by their fullback's tackle on Zach Lomax. Just need to, again, the Kangaroos get another opportunity in good field position. Just need to try and hold them out here, the Kummels.
There's Josh Curran. So it's prudent to point out here at this stage that we've got 20-man squads for both teams, and it is an unlimited interchange game. So the Australians will be able to maintain the speed for most of the game, running players on and off. And if you get a couple of injuries, you've got the luxury of having some extra players on the bench. Long pass. It bounced for Ben Hunt. Here he goes to Cherry Evans. Oh, they've got numbers out here again. The Aussies. Laurie de Lomax has knocked it on.
Okay, knock on. Where do you want to play the ball? Where do you want to play the ball? Play the ball.
Yeah, they're just running a bit
Okay, play the balls in the middle.
too sideways there, the Aussies. Someone needed to straighten the play up. Zach Lomax didn't caught the ball. I think he was running out of space. So they turn them away this time, the Kummels. They get the ball back, and see the Kangaroos there, their line speed there. They're going to apply the pressure here now with their defensive line.
Darren, an area of great interest from a Kangaroos perspective is they're up offside. There is the number 9 jumper. Now, we spoke about there's a few outside backs falling over. Number 9, what about the field for that? Ben Hunt's obviously playing here tonight. Harry Grant has been magnificent all year. Abby Coruscant, brilliant for Penrith, and Damien Cook's played a lot of representative football, so you've got some decisions to make there. You couldn't really make a bad one, could you?
Well, you can't take 4 hookers, so I mean, Ben Hunt is obviously, I think at this level, hooker is his position, but he can be a utility as well, so that adds a lot of value. But the other 3, yeah, they're all really good number 9s, and someone's going to have to miss out.
Here's Gabbe joining in the back line. Tackle ball by Burton over there. He's a likely character, Gabbe. Now down the short side, Tenza gives the ball back. This is Labert. Played a couple of games for North Queensland a few years back, and he's put down 10 metres out. Crichton the defender. Tenza for Russell. Oh, there was half a gap there. It closed well. Now Gabbe rolls it to the in goal, and Addo-Carr. He's going to roll it over the back. He snuck that through a pretty tiny opening.
Yeah, it was a little trick shot. I think I reckon he's done that plenty of times before. I don't know whether the winger knew it was happening, but it just had the right amount of legs, right amount of weight on it. And look, the last drop out, the Kangaroos got the ball back, so hopefully the Kummels here can get the ball.
Short drop out coming here. Burton looking to the outside. Plenty of hang time. It's gone about as high as the goalpost, that one, and it's touched back, and there's a scramble for the ball. No, PNG got the ball. Nice work, good desperation. That's Cruz 10. Cool name. Wearing jumper 18. Nixon put now, 5 metres out. Wessa Tenza, nice pass. And back on an inside run there. Apple Kapinas. 4 short of the line. Ball goes to Rimbu, and Gabbe again to the in goal. This is just going to hop the fraction long, which is a shame because that was a nice little passage there. Only tackled 2.
Yeah, he got the previous kick right, but that one, yeah. I think obviously the Kangaroos defence is not allowing, too many options for the Kummels to find space, so they're reverting to the kick. But that's a 7 tackle set now for the Kangaroos. It just changes all the momentum.
I haven't seen 4 players replaced at the same time in a few years, Darren. 4 off, 4 on for the Aussies. Here's Curran, good ball. King backing up. Here's a first touch for Luke Garner of the night. He's one of the 4 that ran out there, and he stopped 9 metres out. Now, Jake Simpkin in 16. Sam Walker's on the ground now, throws one of his long balls. Ball on the left-hand side of the ground now, and Cobbo, yes! Oh, good strength.
4 freshies on, and they were pretty much all the ones that, as soon as who made the break? Was it Curran that made the break? Anyway, they were all there lining up, all fresh. Sam Walker got the ball out there. Josh Curran, he gets the ball away. As we see that on the Harvey Norman replay, and we go left here. Sam Walker, this is his pet play. The long ball out there, and then Selwyn Cobbo, left foot, and then too strong. And Alana.
Yeah, what about the impact from the bench then? They all got up, charged on, and they were absolutely flying it. I actually had a quick chat to Jake Simpkin about 10 minutes or so ago, and he was looking a little bit jittery, and he said he was pretty nervous. So first touch of the footy, not too bad. They got a try out of it after that.
Yeah, right, we'll see. Is Daly still out there? Is captain still out there?
Might have come off.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Daly's off, so Sam's gone to 7. So some of the young kids are going to get a bit of a go here, and they're probably going to see some. They're going to see some space. There's the skipper on the sideline, pretty happy. Why wouldn't you be? Your team's up 34-0 just prior to half time.
5 from 5. Can he go all night here and kick them all, Zach Lomax? Oh, he skims the post. Lovely try. A lot of the fresh legs there from the Australians at the forefront. How many tests did you play over in Port Moresby, do you think?
I'd have to go to Middo on that, but not
a number.
So the one thing about playing up there is the crowd would have been ridiculously loud, and it gives the home side some energy. And I think playing away from home, just haven't got that atmosphere to just keep lifting them. At the moment, the Kangaroos are just they're way on top. We might have to go to the record books. I don't know what the biggest score has been, but it's sort of it's not looking great at the minute.
In this game, it's 58-0. The record that was 2016. NRL Telstra Premiership Grand Final returns to Accor Stadium, Sydney Olympic Park, for both the men's and the women's on October 2. So 7 days away. You can be there to witness all the excitement live. NRL.com/tickets. 2 Parramatta teams through to the grand final, the men's and the women's, but the Panthers are on the verge of a rugby league first, Darren. They've won SG Ball,
This side,
Jersey Flag and New South Wales Cup. If they're to win the grand final next week, they'll be the first club ever to win all 4 of those grades in a single year. They're also playing in the state championship final against the North Devils.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show that the nursery out there, then having the pathways to do it, as we see.
Avarillo! Jake Avarillo with his first touches on the board.
Was he one of the 4?
Yeah.
The 4 amigos that came on. Well, fresh legs, and he's a bit of a utility player, this fella too, Jake, and he just got out on the outside there, used his palm and his speed, set play off a scrum. You'll see this on the Harvey Norman replay. Sam Walker involved again, but he just gets on the outside of his opposite player and too strong. And fatigue's really starting to set in now with the PNG team. That's guess, a special moment for Jake, representing his country and getting a try.
Yes, he's been right around the Bulldogs' backline over the years. Played half-back, played 5'8", he was in the centres, but it was full-back where he found some form this year. And it was a former Bulldogs full-back in Mick Potter, which obviously identified his attributes in that area, and he did a reasonable job in the number one.
Well, I think he's a runner. That's his greatest strength when he runs the football and doesn't have to think too much about, you know, setting up plays, being a ball player. I think getting him out in the fullback where he can have some freedom and roam and just use his running game, I think that's when he's most effective. He really looked good playing at fullback for the Bulldogs late in the year, and he's been rewarded with a jersey here tonight.
Zach Lomax won't want to share the goal kicking around here tonight. Someone else a go.
Give it to Matt Burton.
Yeah, he gives him a good whack too, doesn't he? Gee, we've got some sweet strikers at the football. None of them hit it as well as Latrell. Out to the left.
Conclusion unsuccessful to Australia. The score remains Australia 38, PNG 0.
He's just got amazing strength. I asked him.
Oh, right. Well, Darren just got through telling everyone up here it's the greatest city in the world, and that's why. I suppose when you've got a statue smack bang in the middle of the city, it is the greatest city in the world.
It's a great night. Weather-wise, it's perfect conditions, and it's I'm heading down to the coast tomorrow. It's school holidays up here, and just, lap up the good weather down there.
If you're down on the coast and you see Darren, make sure you're annoying for autographs and photos over the next couple of weeks, especially during dinner and breakfast.
The coast is a big place.
He didn't mention which coast, thankfully. Here's Garner. He's off to the Panthers next year. He's put that on the halfway. Lomax away to Walker. And Curran now. Oh, still giving their all here, this PNG outfit. Haven't seen too many PNG players take a backward step over the years. Here's Garner. Good to see Rimbu has shrugged off that little concern earlier. And Kevin Uppo was in the tackle there as well, the 13. Here's a testing kick for the fullback. Gabbo takes it well under pressure and broke the tackle and gets rid of another one. That was Avarillo who missed him. Good return.
Yeah, he's had some good touches. Bundled out Zach Lomax earlier, and then a nice sort of take under pressure, and a good run there. Here he goes.
Oh. Half a break there, and that's Undupia, Leon Undupia. He's one of the players actually that plays his rugby league in PNG. So no Queensland Cup experience for him so far. Ball played here to Tenza. They head down the left-hand side. And Brendan Nimmer wrapped up by Curran and Walker. Well, they've made an impression on this set.
I think that's what they need to keep doing. They pretty much attacked around the play the ball area. I don't think having structure and shifts, as we see. So Fafita.
Oh, Fafita. He's through. He's only got to beat the fullback, and he can't. Gabbo's got him. Oh, a few of these PNG boys are struggling to get back. They haven't played footy like this before. Ball speared away to Cobbo, juggled, and Labour. Well done. He tapped it back, and here's an opportunity for Nutlik. Jimmy Nutlik on the right-hand wing.
Yeah, I think they just need to keep going and building momentum in the play the ball area. Just stay there and try and fatigue the Kangaroos, the big men, get their workload up. You know, I think shifts and structure out wide, I just don't think it's going to trouble the Australians.
This is Kapanassi, is a big unit. That's a strike. 6 again. Come on, PNG. Here's Mackenzie Yee. He's up over the 10. I feel the Aussies are looking a bit worse for here at the moment too. Ghana was slow back there on the line. A full set at PNG's disposal with 90 seconds until the break. Oh, he got the ball down. The tackle was completed, unfortunately. Sylvester Namo couldn't help himself. The other front rower has a dip now. It's Yee, Mackenzie Yee again. They've got something set up here. Labert, short ball to a charging support runner, but good defence. Let's play for more. Tanabe was the runner there. Here's a chance. Oh, he couldn't quite stretch out. That's painfully close there. Not a great pass. Excellent catch by Rimba, and the kick's too long. If he would have timed that, oh, penalty.
Yeah, Zach Lomax was offside. He came out
Zach
off the
Lomax.
line too early, and so
10 metres, Zach
whether
Lomax shot
he
involved.
knew that he had the opportunity to put the kick in and still get the penalty, I don't know. But it's they're going to get a couple more tackles here.
Kevin Apo. Oregon, 2 plays max. Tenza skips out of dummy half. Ball goes to Labert. Labert with a great ball. Gabby, yes, he's in the corner.
Yeah, and that'll get the biggest cheer of the night. That try.
Good ball.
Oh, great ball. Is it Cobbo? I think Cobbo may be out on the left wing there. No, or the Fox. Someone came out. It was an all or nothing play. Went to go for the intercept, but the ball was too good. This will come up good here. You see on the Harvey Norman replay there. Bang! It was the Fox came to get it, and the ball was just too, it was too fast. He just let it fire out of that left to right, and then Gabby, he gets it down. PNG are in.
I know it's 38-4. This sounds like a strange thing to say. He's having a blinder, Gabby.
Well, he's been their best in the first half, without a doubt. There's been some really nice touches. Just what you needed on the Straker half-time. A bit of optimism for the PNG team, and I think that was definitely got the biggest cheer, that try.
For sure. Good on them. They are just absolutely nuts about rugby league, the PNG people. I know they've been making noises about their desire to have an NRL team one day. Kyle Labert, he's been in good touch this year. He's been really good for the Townsville Blackhawks, a feeder team for the North Queensland Cowboys. He's left that one out to the right, but the final play of the half is a great try in the corner to Gabby. And a much deserved and probably needed rest coming the way of both teams. It's been fun to be part of and fun to watch here. 38 points to 4.
One thing PNG don't do, they never give up. They will just keep fighting till the end. And I'm sure we're going to see some spirited football between now and the full-time siren. Half-time was probably what they didn't need after scoring that try. So let's hope that still brings some energy to them here early in the second half.
Strong run to start.
Are you all right, Tino?
And that's Sylvester Namo. Been very good for him, actually. 22 years of age, Sylvester. He's played a couple of tests for the national team. Played there by Uppo. This is Dan Russell. They call him Big Red, Darren. 19 games for the Cutters this year, 5 tries.
He's tall, lanky. Look, is that red hair?
Would be shown if it wasn't, given his nickname. So the kick's taken here by Avarillo. And there's Big Red. Flings him to ground. Gabby down there as well. Burt to Cobbo. Bang! Oh, Cobbo rattled. That was Uppo, the defender. Oi, another one!
This is what it's all about.
Get that one, India. Jojo Fafita felt the brunt. Ball out the back to Amarillo. Oh, fuck, man. Good tackle, Rimbu, the 5'8". And a dash by Simpkin. That's a good run. Here's Burton. Whoa, look out. He didn't quite get all of that, but it's going to be hard to catch nonetheless. They didn't want to know about it on the full. The ball tapped back here, and he could be bundled over the sideline lane. Well, the held call came.
And then dragged him. Lifted him up and dragged him.
He never really stopped his momentum there, so perhaps that was a premature call. Nonetheless, there's a penalty the way of PNG.
He didn't quite get that one, Burton. Sort of he holds it a bit different to... Oh, no.
He hasn't found the line.
Come back to Burton later. That was not what PNG team needed.
So Burton was the one causing all the problems earlier in the year. What about Nathan Cleary's new and improved spiral bomb, Lockie? I think he spent 5 weeks practicing them.
Yeah, no, he's a perfectionist, isn't he? And he would have done hours on hours of work. And I remember playing, and watching Joey play. He'd come up with a new kick every. Here's an inside ball.
Oh, big shot on King. A ball was forced out. He got squashed.
Yeah, they're going to wake up sore tomorrow, regardless of the scoreline. They're going to wake up sore, and that's always been against PNG. But yeah, Joey, they got a penalty. Yeah. But Joey used to, probably every season, here it is here, inside ball, and douche.
Yes, that's a great tackle. Well, Joey last night said, "Oh, gee, I feel for these fullbacks and wingers." I mean, you're the one that started the whole thing.
He'd have a new kick every year, Joey. I think he just out of boredom in the off-season, doing nothing other than maybe going back to Cessnock. He'd always come up with a new kick.
Well, the offload, well done. The Australians were awake to that though, and Appo is tackled here just outside the 30. Namo. It's good tenacity in that run. Kept driving his legs. Labitz. Ball went to Rimbu. Oh, good fend by Rimbu. Sam Walker just disposed of. Pinas now plays the ball back. Ball goes away to Appo. Here's a kick through. It's another one. What a good try. It's Jimmy Nookwick.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, geez, he flew onto that ball. They were on the same page that time. They knew the kick was coming. They tried this in the first half a couple of times. They didn't get it right. But they timed this one to perfection. Perfect kick. The chase needs to be as good as the kick as we see that in the Harvey Norman replay. And don't they love that? Just their perfect little touch. And that's the perfect way to start the second half. A bit of momentum at the end of the first half has continued on, and Tony loved that. Scoring a try against the Australians.
Well, here's a Western Suburbs Magpie, Jimmy. They've got 2 in a row, Darren. The comeback could be on here. Let's go to Alana.
It could be. Bring it on, hey? I think they've got to credit Sylvester Namo for that massive hit on Josh King. That's what actually turned the possession over, and it was a fabulous set to get down to that territory. Lovely little grubber kick, and they've just got an extra 2 points to tack on.
Yes, well, there's a little bit of experience sitting down there on the sideline. You've got Tino, you've got Cherry Evans, Ben Hunt, Addo Carr, Angus Crichton. There's a lot of the starting team on the sideline, and it'll be interesting to see how the Australians respond to this, because the PNG team, well, the last It's 10 minutes of football. They're 10-0 up.
Lomax with a deep kick-off, taken by Labert. And here he comes. He's been so good, Sylvester Namo. Well, a wonderful pleasure for us here in the Channel 9 Rugby League commentary box to welcome the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. Lovely to see you.
Good to be here. It's good that the Kummels have got a couple of tries.
Yeah, no, they get the biggest cheer. When they score points, Prime Minister, they get the biggest cheer. So
I think they've got the crowd. The Prime Minister of PNG, PM Marape, tells me there were 5 plane loads of PNG supporters came down, which is fantastic, and that's what this is about, expanding the game.
Yeah, they love it. Have you ever been to a game in Papua New Guinea before?
I'm looking forward to doing it, and there was a bit of an issue earlier on a few weeks ago where the Townsville team wanted to get up there with the PNG Hunters, so we provided some security support for them, and it was so important. And they had, oh, here we go.
Yes, here's Avarillo. Oh, they've saved one. Saving one's as good as scoring one, as they say.
Indeed, indeed. But the Aussie team are doing very well. It's a good team, don't you think, Lockie?
Yeah, I think the
well chosen by the selectors.
Well, it's your team, Prime Minister. Your team. It was a pretty seamless process. We had a few interesting comments in there. I think you're a little bit disappointed. Well, you weren't disappointed in one facet that the Rabbitohs were still in the finals, but you were unhappy that you couldn't choose any of the Rabbitohs.
Well, it's probably lucky because it probably would have been 1-13. Cardinal and Myrtle, so it's probably good that everyone got a look in.
Were you somewhat excited at 12-0 ahead last night, Prime Minister?
I was very excited. The first 35.
Oh!
Right tackle. That's our man again, Gebbe.
They get back, no matter the scoreline.
He actually trolled for South.
Yeah.
And we let him go. Probably not our greatest decision.
Well, I think you've got a pretty handy fullback there now.
Yeah, Latrell's pretty handy, but we were we've been short wingers and 3/4 over the last little while. We've had Jed Cartwright and all sorts of people playing in the 3/4 line.
Well, it gives them an opportunity, these players from Papua New Guinea, to test them themselves against the best in the world, really. And if they can do something, if they can play well here, then it maybe opens an opportunity with an NRL club.
Well, Gebbe's been outstanding at fullback.
Well, outstanding.
Defence and attack.
Yeah.
Prime Minister, who's your favourite ever Rabbitoh?
Oh, gee, that's a big call. Eric Sims as a kid was my favourite, but later on, of course, I loved GI.
It was pretty special. It was a 2014 you won.
2014.
Yeah, that was pretty special that night. Just
that try right at the end with the goanna was pretty awesome. And a great Queenslander, so you should be happy.
No.
Queenslander, just from Kempsey.
No, he's true blue Queenslander.
There's a song about that now.
There is.
So, will you show the same level of enthusiasm for picking the Prime Minister's 11 cricket team?
I probably am better at picking the rugby league team than the cricket team, to be honest. So we did. We had a phone hook up with Lockie and Laurie Daly and Mal, and 1 to 7 were exactly as I was going to pick. I did have a short list and picked Terry Evans as captain as well. So I got down to 9 actually, because I had Big Tino and Ben Hunt.
Oh, it's another cracking tackle, Mackenzie Yee. He's been so good. Both the front rowers.
They've had a complete crack all game.
Walker this side. And now King. Good offload. Garner off to the Panthers. He's dealt with quite harshly as well. And a wonderful achievement too, Prime Minister, by the Parramatta Club, that they obviously have sealed their passage through to the men's grand final on Friday night, but the women won through here this afternoon. So there'll be two Parramatta teams on grand final day.
Yeah, I was cheering for Parramatta given who they were playing.
Come on now. Is this still the Greg Inglis thing? You can't get over? You're talking about...
They played the Roosters today.
Oh, sorry.
Roosters.
Oh, today. Oh,
It's the Roosters.
yeah, right. Oh,
This is the 1908.
Yeah. The book of
This
feuds.
goes back away.
The book of feuds, yeah.
See, it's nice to talk to a Prime Minister who's not sitting on the fence about something.
Oh, no.
Well, actually, when we got to Nat Butcher and Angus Crichton, there was quite a debate around that.
There was. And Sawali we picked, actually.
Yeah.
And he obviously isn't.
No, he's chosen to play for, I guess, his heritage, Samoa.
Okay.
Yeah, so, which I think it's a good outcome for.
It's good for the game to see players playing for Samoa and Tonga and these countries. We've got to expand rugby league into the region, and we're very keen. We're going up to PNG in December, and they are very, very keen at seeing what we can do to get a team in the NRL from the region.
Wow.
It's pretty special to go up there and watch what it means to the people in PNG this game. And
It's a national sport by a long way.
Yeah.
The whole country stops when State of Origin's on. There are mainly Queensland supporters too, you'll be pleased to know.
I'm wondering who else you get to talk footy with in Parliament House, Prime Minister. Is there anyone else that's probably no one else as passionate as you, but who are the other footy heads?
No, there's a few. Pat Conroy, who's with us here, he's very passionate. He's a Roosters man.
Oh.
And of course Jimmy Chalmers. I came to the round one here. The Broncos towed us up in a big upset this year.
Oh, we've not in recent times. I think when Wayne was there, it was a bit of a one-sided affair for the Bunnies to us. But yeah, we got one back earlier in this year. But they went close, the Bunnies. I mean, sort of 3/4 of the way through the season, I didn't think they were a chance, but they found their way late in the season.
Yeah, they did, and they got a roll on. And I think new coach. I think Ilias will be better. For first year to have a first-year halfback, and he'll be terrific next year. I thought he was good this year.
6 again, 10 metres.
All right, they got another opportunity here, the PNG team.
And 6 again.
Well, you're more than welcome to put on your Rabs voice, Prime Minister, if you want to have a dash at broadcasting. They lost it backwards. That's okay. Keep going. That's Curran out there with the headgear.
Good watching, money, Rabs.
I can't assure you of that. So they've got the last 2 tries here. Let's see if they can get a third. Cruise 10. A couple of metres out from the line. This is Rimbu with a kick. I think they're going to get another one. What do you think, Pan? Has he got this down?
Easy. What a great try. Well worked.
Yeah, well, they got the last try from a kick, and I guess they concede that the Australians, they've got the fullback up in the line, and they're just, they're seeing it, and they've still got to execute it. You see on the Harvey Norman replay, perfect kicks. They knew the play was on. Oh! Does he get it down, Tomo? This shot will show.
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, I'd give that a try.
Well, if it's good enough for the PM, it's good enough for me.
Of course he did. I'll intervene.
Yes.
Where's the bunker?
Yeah.
It's not far from your joint, actually. It's in Redfern. Well, how about they've scored 3 now? Bang, bang, bang. Good stuff.
It's 14 unanswered points.
No, it's terrific for the crowd. people who've come all the way from PNG to watch this game and they see some of their heroes score a try, look at that, that's a try.
Yeah, that is a try, and it's just, I think people want to see
And the celebration, look at that.
Yeah, just means so much to them, and they can always tell their grandchildren they scored a try against the Australians. It's a special moment for them.
Oh, he's missed the kick there, Labour. So you'll show an interest in the World Cup, no doubt, Prime Minister. The Australians, as Darren's already pointed out, a few players have decided to play for their countries of heritage, which is very much welcome, which has the flow-on effect of maybe depleting some of the stocks the Kangaroos would normally have. I think it's a very open World Cup on that basis.
And it'll make it more competitive, and that will make it more interesting. I think, you know, there was a few years there where there were runaway wins. It was cricket scores, and I think people will want to see competition. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think the more countries that are viable options to win the World Cup, I think it's great for the product. It's great for our game, and you know, it's probably the one thing. You know, our international game, it's got, you know, when you compare it to rugby and soccer, it's got a long way to go. But you know, the first step is getting a lot more countries and nations competitive at that level, and this is a step in the right direction, because a lot of the players, you know, that are playing for the Pacific nations are playing in our competition, which is arguably what it is, the best competition in the world. So they're going to be highly competitive.
Absolutely, and I don't know if AJ will be fit. He normally would be playing fullback for the Kummels.
Yes, that's a good question, actually. I'll be sweating on his availability. Similarly, Justin Olam from the Melbourne Storm. Oh, here's another chance. A little kick ahead, though, the Australians got back.
And look at the energy in them now. Papua New Guineans, they kick chase, they're all in there, they're physical.
So I suppose I should ask you for a grand final tip. Are you allowed to do that?
Oh, look, I just hope it's a good game. I hope it's close. So it's two good teams. It's good. It'd be good for Parramatta supporters. I think they've waited quite a while.
36 years.
We waited 43 between 71 and 2014, so I know what it's like to wait a long time.
What does your grand final day look like? Is it you?
I'll go to the game,
Yeah.
and I'll catch up with some mates probably in the afternoon. I've got quite a few Parramatta supporters. My son's godfather is a Parramatta supporter, Alex. Shout out to Alex Bukarika out there. He'll be very excited. He's texted me. He's beside himself. So it'll be a good thing for Parramatta supporters. Very passionate about the club, and Panthers, of course, will be very hard to beat. They've been the best side all year.
Well, they've won, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they've won the Jersey Flag and the New South Wales Cup today on the back of winning the SG Ball. So if they were to win the grand final on Sunday, it's the first time ever that a club has won all four of those premierships in 1 year.
Well, they've got a handy juniors, don't they?
Yes. Yeah.
And the new stadium, Allianz, it's come up good, hasn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. And won't it be good when Souths are playing there as well?
And when's that happening, Prime Minister?
Well, it should. Taxpayers' money went into it. You should use it. I think it's like Suncorp. It's a great...
Easton's got on it. They've got another one. Oh, the bunker's going to intervene here. Prime Minister, it's been so nice having you. We should let you get to the rest of your duties and let the bunker do its job.
Have no try.
It's been terrific. Looks like another try.
I think you might be the lucky charm.
Yeah.
The Australian Prime Minister's the lucky charm.
I've been in the box here, so... But how good is it? They've had a crack, even when they were down 38-0, and they kept coming.
Yeah. No, they won't give up.
Fantastic.
Just need to make sure there's no
It's lovely to
knock-on.
see you, and we appreciate your time.
Rugby league's the winner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Wonderful to have the Prime Minister with us here. All right. There's a bit of pinball action. Let's see. Oh, it's hit his arm, I think. on
The
that
ball's
angle.
played out and then hits the arm of the PNG player, which is a knock-on.
Yeah.
We have a decision.
Well, I think Zach Lomax is taken out anyway, so there's a few things there. Well, the crowd don't like it though.
No.
Scrub's in the middle. Time on. Scrum.
So Mel's gone to his bench. He's put some of his experienced players back out there to finish the game off. Not sure if he was getting a little bit worried about the margin, but
He's worried they're going to get beat.
well, I think out of anything, that period there is probably a good experience for them. You know, just been tested a bit, put under a bit of pressure, and how they handle that sort of adversity.
DCE back on the ground. Ben Hunt out there as well. You saw the two back rowers packing in and Butcher and Crichton. Gee, it's nice to have a Prime Minister with such a genuine passion for the sport. Everyone is probably aware of his love of South Sydney, but he's a man that loves and understands the game.
Yeah, he's genuine, that's for sure. Yeah, he's he grew up in Redfern, so he would have followed South his whole life, and you know, he's obviously a proud Australian too. So
It's a 40-20 attempt.
So it's just good to have him here.
Roderick Ty races back to grab the footy, and look, there's a bit of experience already from Terry Evans trying to hold the momentum with an early kick into the corner. Ooh, big shot now. Yeah, they've seen enough, the Aussies. And Leon Undupia, 16 out from his own line. And now Wayane. Alana, down to you.
Yeah, isn't it great that the PNG's intensity hasn't dropped? I think if anything, we've seen 3 back-to-back tries, 1 disallowed. They've actually lifted, which is a big testament to their courage, but also their fitness. They're in this match, and with Olin back, and also AJ for the World Cup, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah. Well, they've already had a victory over Fiji this year, so something to build off. Incidentally, in their World Cup group, they face Tonga, a very powerful outfit now, the Cook Islands and Wales.
What's the status with Jason Tamalolo? Is it 3 games?
Yes,
That
that's right.
and they'll all be World Cup games?
Well, I believe I think they're in warm-up games you can actually serve a suspension. So, depending on how many of them they play, he should be back for at least a preliminary game, I would imagine. It's the Samoan team that have really bolstered with the decisions of Suali'i and Stephen Crichton last week.
Yeah, Suali'i, he's a special talent.
Yeah.
Fullback, I think he's playing, so he's going to be really important to their chances.
A booming kick, knocked back by Avrilo.
He stayed down there, the
Yeah.
PNG player, after
Well,
the
they're
kick.
actually appealing for some sort of intervention from the bunker. No interest from the bunker.
No, he's up. He tried.
So Cobbo dumped into the Suncorp turf right near the centre. Crichton's on here. Matt Burton's getting ready to go back on the ground as well.
Burton coming back on. I think it just for the price of coming in, just to see one Matt Burton bomb go sweet. It's worth the money.
Wave it now. The ball to Tanabe. Tackle made there by Flegler, who's back on the park. He's built low to the ground, Sylvester Nama, but he's been tremendous. Played big minutes too. The kick here by Rimbu. Didn't quite get it right. Never touch it on the fly. They've been without Prawara too since he came from the field in the first half. He's their most experienced player. 8 test matches for the Kumals, and he left the field midpoint of the first half, maybe even a fraction earlier than that with that shoulder problem. So they've gone without him and still acquitted themselves very nicely. Flegler. Ben Hunt, nice work. Cherry Evans, there's an overlap here. That's good football from the Aussies. Both for Moore. And away to Crichton. And then for Moore backs up. He's got some extra support there for Moore. Away Amarillo juggles. And he's tackled desperately. If they go right, they'll score. There's no one in there. Ben Hunt's going to throw it on the boot. And Burton snatches it away from Lomax and scores.
Well, when Matt Burton I think he just came on the field. He just pretty much ran out to that part of the field and said, Ben, kick it. Maybe he called it as he ran past behind him. Yeah, there's so much space out there, and Ben Hunt just needed to get the ball anywhere in that vicinity here. Yeah, it was a nice... Ben Hunt comes out of dummy half. Cherry Evans, they create the overlap. You see on the Harvey Norman replay here, it sort of breaks down here. Averillo gets taken in a good tackle. But all the players for the PNG team, look at the one shoots out, and Matty Burton, I think he might have, Zach Lomax might have been a bit filthy on him for taking that try.
I think he absolutely was filthy on him.
That'll just sort of turn the momentum around for the Australians.
So he's well in the discussions for the World Cup, I'd imagine, Matt Burton.
Well, again, he's another left side player, but he can obviously play 6 and he can play 3. And I think what Mel likes about him is just a good bloke. I think when you're going away on these tours, sometimes a lot of the players might not get a lot of football, so you want them to be good at, good team players and good environment. So he definitely fits in that category, Matt Burton.
The other one the boys were talking about last night, Lockie, was Dylan Edwards, and he's in the most remarkable form. The question with him, of course, is that Latrell probably goes away, and he's a fallback option. Whether you can afford to squeeze an Edwards into the squad. Lomax from a near touch on the cute angle. Nope. Next Sunday, the NRL Grand Final is here. The Panthers taking on Parramatta live from Accor Stadium, Sydney, in what promises to be a grand final for the ages. Coverage starts from 6:30 p.m. right here on your home of the NRL Grand Final, Nines Wide World of Sports. Just remember as well, we've got a state championship final and an NRLW Grand Final before the news. I think around here, not out here, but at Accor Stadium, 10 o'clock or something. Sports Sunday and Sunday Footy Show. Yes, Dylan Edwards. I mean, he would be a worthy inclusion. It's a matter of squad balance, though, I guess.
Yeah, he's been good for a few years now. Just the metres he gets, the work he does at getting the ball in the full. He's a pretty special player. I guess the thing with Latrell is he can play centres, but again, he's a left side player.
Yeah.
I think. Can he play right? Did he ever play right at Origin? I'm not sure if he did.
I don't think he did.
No, he's always left.
And left foot kicker. I suppose Valentine Holmes is an option right side. He's a left-sided player, but you'd think he'd be able to transition to the right.
Yeah, look, there's the quality of the players we're talking about could go to the other side and still do a really good job. So it's not like we're going to be with no one to go down the right, but there's just a lot of left side players. Matt Burton puts in the left foot kick here.
It's a great kick. Good shape on it to keep it in the end goal.
Yeah.
But it's a squad that will take careful consideration because of the strength of the other nations, like we've been discussing, and we haven't even spoken to them. With all the focus on Samoa and Tonga, I mean, the New Zealand team, it might be the best New Zealand squad ever assembled.
Yeah, no, it's shaping up as and England are playing on their home soil, so they'll be challenging as well. So it's shaping up as, I think, maybe the best World Cup we've ever had.
Yeah. Here's Cherry Evans. The ball goes to Garner. I think There's some tired PNG players out there now. Inside 12 minutes to go. There wasn't a lot of energy chasing that dropout restart. Ben Hunt goes into acting half, shows a dummy, plays out the back there, and Walker, short pass. Good tackle made there. Butcher stopped in his tracks. Ben Hunt to Daly Cherry Evans, not a great ball, but Crichton did well to handle it, and he'll try to keep this alive. He broke out of a tackle, has a look up. Oh, he's kicking. Angus Crichton's kicking through. Another one over the ball line.
Yeah, he called that Amarillo. He's in the middle of the field there. He could feel Angus Crichton drifting across field, and he thought, well, just put one under the post for me and see if I can get there. It was good weight, but PNG player there, he read it just as well as Avarillo, and he was able to, that was put, he was able to get the ball over the dead ball line. But another set of 6 here coming up for the Australians.
Here's Big Tino. Oh, good tackle. Ben Hunt to Crichton and out to Laurie. Does well to stay in. A juggle from Flegler.
I think he's going to come left here. No, Sam Walker wanted it.
Maybe on the next play. Cherry Evans dummies and steps. Cherry Evans with a bust. Good scramble, PNG. Cruz 10, the man that made the tackle. Ben Hunt and away to Walker. Slices through. Sam Walker adds his name to the score sheet.
Yeah, smart play, Ben Hunt. He wanted the ball earlier, the play before Sam Walker, and you could just see they were a bit shorter numbers and fatigue. No marker. Comes out one way, Ben Hunt goes the other. As you see it on the Harvey Norman replay, and then Sam Walker just does what most good halfbacks do, and that once the hooker goes, you've got to follow him, and he just pushed up into the hole for him, and he didn't have to go far, but nice work by the 9 and Sam Walker. Alana?
Yeah, Sam Walker was screaming for it on that short side. He wanted it in the lead up, but a great repeat set in the end for the Aussies. And they just caught him on the wrong foot. That footwork from Sam Walker, he almost held him up, slowed the play down a little bit, a little change of direction, and then accelerated over the line.
Yes, he was really good for the Roosters. Back half of the year in particular. You remember at the start of the year, he was playing number 6. Now, I know the numbers on the jumper don't really mean much, but it was Keary kind of running the team. And when Keary was out, it was when Walker took control of that Rooster side again, and they started to generate some momentum the back part of the year. And eventually finishing in 6th in the finals. He's a real player of the future, Sammy Walker, as we all know.
Yeah, I think 7's his position. I don't think the 6 on his back and Keary at 7 worked, and obviously the results showed that. And he's a player that needs to be on the ball. That he pretty much played a 7 his whole junior career, and he just likes to follow where the ball is and be an eyes up type player. And he's I guess his real strike is that long pass. He just sees the vision. He has that vision of seeing wingers in space, and he has the ability to get the ball to him.
Great little short kicking game too. The attacking kicks close to the line, and the little grubbers and chasers. He scored a few tries this year. He's kicked it in goal and chased himself.
Yeah, well, you know, the modern game, the fullback stands in the line a lot, so it becomes a real art form now to. You still got to read it and see it and know that the fullback's there, but that's a trigger point, and he does it really well. He executes it very much like Alan Langer.
Yeah.
The touch and the short kicking game.
Bo for more. Weaves in and out. That's a good run by Bo for more, and Laurie is going to bring up the half century here for the Aussies. Lovely work there by the Titan back rower, who's playing out at left centre, weaves in and out and sends Laurie over under the post.
We've seen Bo for more do some really freakish things over the years, and this just highlights his talent and his skill. Two hands on the ball. He turns that player inside out, but then positions his his winger, which this is Dane Laurie, in the Harvey Norman replay. This will show it up really well. Gets into space, 2 hands on the ball, shows left foot in, right foot out, and then again he squares up the fullback to open that space for Dane Laurie, and they're really skillful. Alana?
Yeah, well, he came straight past us both for more, and the thing that got me was his eye contact with those defenders. Not only is he taking the line on with the footy in 2 hands, but he had daggers in his eyes just looking at him. What's your decision? What are you going to do? I'm going to toy with you a little bit here. Broke the line, and then a lovely little pass to get the try.
Alana, have you enjoyed Footy Fest today at Suncorp?
That's a very silly question. 4 games of footy on the sideline in the sun doesn't get much better than this.
How good.
Sensational.
Best
a great
city.
little taste test for next weekend.
I'm not kidding.
We do him first. We've got a little bit more, I reckon.
Converted successful to Australia. Number 4, and our crowd attendance tonight here at Suncorp is 8,744. A big thank you for coming out to watch the
Yes, 9:40 tomorrow night. A lot to discuss. Big preview of the grand final. We'll make it in the bets.
Well, he got lucky there with the Cowboys going down, didn't he?
Didn't right.
I think there's a lot of Queenslanders up here that wanted to see that.
I don't know about that. Gow walking around in Gus's Reg Grundies.
No, wasn't he going to eat them?
I think, well,
Or did they
I
change?
think they backtracked.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I think they realised it probably wasn't viable. Burton now. So the most points an Australian team scored in these the Prime Minister's games is 58. So they're looking to knock off a record here. If you wanted attacking footy, this is the place to come. It's been some really good stuff. And Cobbo away to Dane Laurie. Oh, look at the Aussies. They're lined up everywhere. Back on the inside. For more. Bo! He ran back to the defender, but he scored anyway.
Yeah, I think he got really excited from the last time he did it, but I don't think you needed to do it that time, Bo. Once the experienced players come back for the Australian team, they've been too clinical, and they shift it to the left here on the Harvey Norman replay. Out the back, Cherry Evans gets a nice pass out there, which gets Cobbo on the outside of his man, which draws the winger in, and then Dane Laurie. Here it is, Bo. What are you doing, mate? But I think maybe his teammates gave him a few too many raps after the last try, and I'll give it a crack again.
You had him in your extended origin squad, Bo, for more this year.
Yeah, no, he's a footballer and he's talented and he's tough. Some of the tries I've seen him score shows the skill he's got, and he's definitely a player that is working his way up the ranks.
Yeah, that's a staggering stat. Leading Titans try scorer in the season, gone with 11.
Yep, he's that sort of back rower centre, a bit like Angus Crichton, and he's on the way up. Now, Zach, this is his preferred side.
As soon as I question whether Zach could go the whole evening without missing a goal, he's missed every one. Thank you, Zach. We're back. So 4 minutes to go, and up comes the 60 points for the Australian team. Well, we're at the end of a long campaign for all the clubs, but we get to the best day of the year, grand final day. Panthers versus Para, battle of the Golden West. The Panthers obviously with a pretty resounding victory there in the opening week of the finals, Lockie. I'm wondering who you're favouring here. You're sticking with the Panthers?
Well, it's funny though, like some teams have got a bogey team, and the Panthers seem to struggle against Para. I don't know what it is, but you see another heavy collision there. They won't give up. And I think Mitchell Moses is really starting to mature and grow into a halfback, like, a Nathan Cleary, or, a real game manager. And I think the sacrifice he made to not be there for the birth of his first child, it's paid off. He's got his team into a grand final. I just thought he's really starting to play some mature, experienced football at 7. It's going to be a fascinating battle. I just think, at the moment, I got the Panthers just, but I think it's going to be one hell of a game and close. I'm just trying to get. There's a little bit of rain around Sydney next week, but and that's long-range forecast. But
here we go!
Oh!
Bombs away! It's up and away! Oh! He at least had a go catching it. Curran's picked it up. Grubbers ahead. Ball's on the ground. PNG got it back.
We've had it all tonight. We got Matt Burton one away too, so that was good to see. Yeah. We've seen plenty of good hits. We've seen some good tries, some entertaining football, and Matt Burton bomb.
News today too, the Billy Army kick-out is free to play in the grand final. There are a few nervous Panther officials, no doubt. That's the second shoulder charge that he faced sanctioned for this year, but he's okay. So play on. No judiciary hanging over the grand final.
Yeah, so it should be a pretty clean week. It's his last game for the Panthers too.
Yeah.
Would have been there. Oh, Joshy Curran. Go big fella. Whoa, it's
well done. Jimmy Nutlick chases hard and dives on it. Oh no. Oh, Jimmy's got cramp. We feel your pain, Jimmy.
I love seeing a big forward do charge down and then try and hunt it down.
Speaking of Billy Army kicker, he's the charge down master now.
Yeah. It's those little effort areas. Sometimes a charge down can be one of the worst things that can happen because you give 6 again and you woo or you curse your teammate for doing it. Other times it comes off. But you do little things like kick pressure are going to be really, really important next week. You know, you got Nathan Cleary, Mitch Moses, 2 of the best kickers in the game. And if you can take time and space away from them, that goes a long way to winning the battle of field position.
And the former Dylan Brown is a real positive too for Power, isn't it? It's not just all coming off Moses. It's such a danger and just a potent ball runner.
Well, I think that's the key with Dylan Brown. I think he was criticised after they got beaten and he only had 4 runs, and then he came out and ran for nearly 300 metres against the Raiders.
Some response.
So that's the trick for him. Cobbo!
Selwyn Cobbo loping down the wing with those long strides, and that will send us out on an appropriate note. Another try for the Australian Prime Minister's 13. Anthony Albanese's one from one at the selection table. 64-14, a 50-point margin and a kick from the touchline, but hard not to be entertained by what we've seen here. It's been, I wouldn't say ad-lib, but it hasn't been a structured game by any stretch. Some big hits from PNG, but class reigns supreme in the end.
You know, they can hold their head up high, the PNG team. They always play with plenty of spirit. They didn't give up, and there was a period there where the Australians had their senior players off, as we see Zach Lomax. Oh, hang on, what's the Fox doing?
He's trying to butt him.
Is he? Oh, he's... Stop. I don't even think Lomax...
I don't think he was on the field, Josh Adokar.
In or out?
No, he's got no idea.
Oh, this is entertainment.
Well, a fun way to end a fun day. Footy Fest, as it's been called, the 2 women's grand final qualifiers. So Newcastle and Parramatta to play in the NRLW decider. And 64 points scored by both the men's and the women's Australian Prime Minister's 13s, but a resounding victory here and an entertaining game of footy. 50-point margin, 64-14. Far from disgrace, though, the PNG outfit.